Coming up on Look Today, well, Winter Raptor Fest 2018 was a big success, and we know because we were there. Plus, Lake George held a dedication ceremony for the new monument to honor our veterans, and we were also there. And the winner of Shaken and Stirred is, you have to stay tuned for that. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Robin Veranava. She's the district ambassador for USAPA of Northeastern New York. Want to know what that is? Well, she's here to talk about the growing sport of pickleball and the upcoming Pickleball Summer Fest. I also sit down with Dylan Radigan. He's candidate for New York's 21st district seat in the House of Representatives, and he's here. I talk about his background and reasons for running. It's part one of my interview with him. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, Winter Raptor Fest 2018 was a huge success. The festival had various birds from around the Northeast and all over the country, as well as educational demonstrations, and they were put on throughout the day. New this year was the Wild Encounter, where visitors were able to get an idea of how the birds live in their natural habitats. Well, this event, by the way, is a main fundraiser for Friends of the IBA, Important Bird Areas, which is a nonprofit to protect endangered birds in the Adirondacks. And we spoke to Executive Director of the IBA, Lori LaFond.
I think it's really great. People are loving the Wild Encounter. They're loving the programs. They're getting to see the birds in their habitat, and they're really getting the message and making the connection that this is where the birds belong, and these are the habitats we need to protect in order for them to survive.
Yay. Okay, in other news, well, Lake George held a ceremony over the weekend to dedicate its newest monument dedicated to our veterans. Project initiated by a local veteran, Dennis Galloway. Now, the memorial is in honor of all service members who have served in all of our nation's armed forces and wars. Now, the event featured guest speakers, including former U.S. Representative Chris Gibson. Well, we were at the event, and we spoke with Chris about this event.
I think you can really learn a lot about a community when you take inventory of the things that they commemorate, the ceremonies that they have. And here today, this was really a special moment. This community coming together, the volunteers, the veterans, the local government, to dedicate this memorial here for those who have stood up and defended our freedoms. We're so incredibly grateful as Americans to have this exceptional way of life, and we know it wouldn't be so without the veterans who defend us.
Chris, as you probably know or remember, is a veteran and also very involved in Veterans Affairs. He's a great congressman. All right, switching from news to weather. It's finally time to break out the cargo shorts. Those of you who watch the program will note that I don't have them on yet, but they're coming. We had temperatures in the upper 70s, so let's see how the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update on Look TV. From earlier today, we've had multiple rounds of showers and storms, especially in the Midwest from earlier this morning. And some of that cloud cover and shower activity will eventually make its way to the capital district. So across our area, beautiful skies heading into this Monday night. High pressure will be in control. It will try to take shape on your Tuesday as that shower activity moves into our area as we head along into the middle part of the week. Clouds will be on the increase, 51 the overnight low. As we take a look at our early morning forecast, the rain chances are back. 20% coverage at 7 a.m., but then it really goes in earnest by 8 and 9 a.m. So I recommend going to work early. 54 be the expected temps at 7 to 8 a.m., 57 by 9 a.m. And we may see a quarter to a half inch of rain out of those showers with a high of 66 degrees on your Tuesday. As we take a look at our extended forecast, we will eventually see the sunshine and warmer weather as highs can be back to near 80 degrees on Wednesday. It does cool down a hair on Thursday, but we keep the sunshine back to full sunshine with highs lower 80s on Friday. And just in time for the start of Memorial Day weekend, we could be in the lower 80s. However, we might see a 40% chance of thunderstorms. That was your weather update on First Look Weather on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. All right, back to the news. Well, the event of the spring, Shaken and Stirred, did take place last week in Saratoga at National, and it was a huge success. Now, the event, as you may remember or know, is a fundraiser for Universal Preservation Hall in Saratoga Springs, which is undergoing a major renovation project. Well, the event raised over $44,000, and bartending teams made up of some of Saratoga Springs' arts and business leaders competed to raise the most money in tips. Well, this year's winner is, drum roll please, DeCrescenti Distributing Company. Guess what? They raised over $12,000 in tips. Well, we spoke to Teddy Foster. She's campaign director for Universal Preservation Hall.
Shaken and Stirred with such a fabulous success this year on every count. It was just wonderful. We raised almost $50,000 last Thursday night for our beautiful UPH. We're so excited. Our teams were wonderful. They were creative. They parlayed with each other. They faced off, and they raised a ton of money for UPH.
Up next, I sit down with Robin Vernava. She's district ambassador for USAPA of Northeastern New York. You want to know what that is? Well, she's here to talk about the growing sport of pickleball and the upcoming Pickleball Summerfest. I also sit down with Dylan Radigan. He's candidate for New York's 21st District House of Representatives, and he's here to talk about his background and reasons for running. It's part one of my interview with him. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Nothing's unusual here. Everything is just as normal. So I wanted to talk about Raptor Fest because we had just an unbelievable time there. And I just have to thank everyone for going. A lot of people stopped me and said, oh, you're the guy from Look TV. And there were owls there. There were falcons there. There were hawks there, and to get up close and personal to these animals was really something. Just like the bird of paradise that is sitting right next to me here on the right. Tweet? Tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet. Okay, that's good. We got a big week coming up here. You know, it's Monday, so we like to look ahead. Big press conference tomorrow. SPAC, Chamber of Commerce, Cafe Lena, the mayor, all about the cooperative efforts to help turn Saratoga into a cultural center. You're going to like that, right? I know you will.
I will tune in.
I know you will. And Open Door Mission has an opening this week. We'll be covering that. Boy Scouts of America is coming in. And Michelle Madigan, who's the Commissioner of Finance, is coming in as well. And congratulations to you on a very successful event.
Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome. Tonight, I think it's, what's Monday? Okay, Monday is Queensbury Town Board meeting. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.